Apple pie dip is a super fun take on a regular apple pie. This is a dip that you can share as an appetizer, you can use it in desserts, or you can just make it for a snack. I'm going to show you how to make this absolutely delicious apple pie dip now. What is up, you guys? It is Karli here, and you are officially cooking with Karli. Today we are making an apple pie dip. So essentially what an apple pie dip is like the filling, aka like the best part of the apple pie. And it's made with these little itty bitty tiny cubed apples so that you can scoop it up with like cinnamon and sugar tortilla chips or graham crackers, or you could put them into like little individual apple pies or tarts. It is so good, and it's just a fun way to use up your apples. So to start, we're just going to peel and cube our apples into 1/4 inch cubes. So those are just like itty bitty. So this is definitely, you know, friendly for just scooping. The apples I'm using today are Honey Crisp, and I think this one here is a Pink Lady, but you'll just want to use a crisp apple. Don't use an apple that, you know, is already soft. All right, let's cut up our apples here. So let's talk about our other ingredients while I am chopping up this apple. We just have a little bit of sugar, brown sugar. We've got some cinnamon, a pinch of salt, and some water. And then this right here is cornstarch that will be added at the very end to just thicken up the juices, you know, that sugary, cinnamony juices, so it really becomes exactly like an apple pie filling. The link to, you know, the exact ingredients, their amounts, and the instructions can be found in the description below. I'm going to use my Instant Pot to make this today, but if you don't have an Instant Pot, there's also stovetop directions on my website as well, so you can head there to get all of that information. I'm just going to put all of this stuff into my Instant Pot now, just so I can have some more room to dice this apple. So the water is going to go in, as well as the sugar. This is brown sugar, granulated sugar, our pinch of salt, and cinnamon. Just going to grab a whisk really fast and whisk this together, and then the apples are just going to go right in. So like I said before, the cornstarch does not go in until the very, very end after these apples have cooked. So once I finish dicing this apple, we're going to cook these apples in our Instant Pot, pressure cook them for 0 minutes. Let me explain what that means here really fast. That means that the Instant Pot is just going to heat up and build pressure and make it to pressure, and then it will beep and will release the pressure. So it's not going to be cooked under pressure for any time. If you are new at the Instant Pot and how it works and everything doesn't quite make sense to you yet, head over to some of my beginner Instant Pot videos, and I explain exactly like what is going on inside of your Instant Pot while it's cooking, and it will really help everything make sense on how to cook recipes and how to make them work so you're successful. To set my Instant Pot to cook for 0 minutes, I'm just going to press the manual button. If your Instant Pot doesn't have the manual button, you're going to hit the pressure cook button. Same button, different name for some reason. And then adjust using the plus and minus arrows until it gets down to 0. Make sure your vent up top is set to sealing, and this whole process of it, you know, building pressure and cooking for 0 minutes will probably take 4 or 5 minutes total. While we are waiting for our Instant Pot to build pressure here, do me a favor and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of my videos. I publish new content every single week. And like this video if you're a fan of apple pie, and give me a comment below and let me know what you're planning on using this apple pie dip for. One of my favorite things is to use it in like miniature apple pies. It's one of my favorites. Once we release the pressure, we're going to remove some of the liquid that's in there, just with like a measuring cup, and put it into, we're ready. I'll finish that thought in a second. Let's release the pressure here. Okay, the pin is about to drop here. So as soon as it does and I can get this lid off, I'm going to remove some of the liquid. Oh, there it goes. Remove some of this liquid. That smells so good. And whisk in this cornstarch into the liquid and then return it to the Instant Pot and just stir it around, and the residual heat will just thicken up that sauce real fast. So like I said, I'm just going to pull out some of this liquid here. I'm gonna tip it so it's a little bit easier. Get some of the liquid out. It's all right if some apples come at the same time. And I'm going to just whisk in this cornstarch until I get a cornstarch slurry here. And then this is just going right back into the Instant Pot, and we'll stir it around and this sauce will thicken. If yours seems to be having a hard time thickening up, just turn it back on to saute for like 30 seconds and it will thicken right up for you. It smells so good. So here's our apple pie dip. There is seriously endless things that you can do with this. Like I said, a little mini apple pies or tart as a dip. You can put it like on top of ice cream, or once it's cooled down, you can put it into your yogurt. There's so many fun things to do with this apple pie dip. To store it, you'll just put it in the fridge. It'll stay good for, 5 or 6 days. This is such a fun and unique, snack or dessert to make, and I hope your family enjoys it just as much as mine does.